Hello, everyone. Have you ever met anyone who doesn't want to be safe? Have you ever met anyone who doesn't want to feel a deeper sense of calm or peace or belonging? I don't think so. Maybe it wasn't part of your conversation or exchange. But all of us, whether we are aware of it or not aware of it, we want to be safe. We want to be at ease. We want to be free but secure. And whether we are aware or not, all our choices, decisions, actions are motivated by that need to be secure or to maintain security and safety, or to be at ease and free and in peace. Or at least our decisions and choices and actions are aimed at keeping that state. Now there is a there is a prerequisite for being safe, being secure, being at ease. And that is that you have clarity of your circumstances, clarity of where you are, how you are, with whom you are. Now, if there is darkness, if it is dark, if it is pitch dark, and you can't even see one hand in front of your nose, then you will not have clarity. What are the circumstances, where you are at, where you have to go. And so in that darkness, it is not really possible to feel safe. You may be in a safe place. You may be in your home. You may be in your with family around you, but you can't see it. And if you can't see it, then that deeper peace cannot be there. And those feelings of insecurity then can give rise to panic, to depression and sadness and anger and all kinds of complicated emotions. And you may even lash out. Your family or your good friend may be right next to you, but because you are lashing out and you can't see them, you may even hurt them. Now, in the same way, spiritual darkness means there is no clarity of understanding of the spiritual dimension. And all our attention is so focused on the physical and on the material that we do not see the spiritual truth. Now, this part of that spiritual truth is that we are spiritual beings. We're not human beings. What you can see is the physical vehicle, but the real self is a spiritual being, imperishable being, a being with innate higher potential. And everyone is that. And we're playing a part, we're playing a game of human life. And that is what we are focused on, and we are almost as if trapped in that game, and we are not seeing with clarity, with that spiritual light, that we are all immortal, divine beings of light, playing our game of human life. And so we are spiritually in darkness. We can't perceive, we have no recognition of self, and the real destination is the spiritual home. We can't see, we can't perceive, we can't comprehend. We don't have that broader vision that the non-physical dimension contains the home of souls, and that we are just here on a journey, playing a game, and that we will go back home. So we can't see with the third eye, with the eye of knowledge, with the eye of spiritual understanding, that we are on a journey and that we are going home when this play is finished. There is no sense of even home beyond this physical world. And so that is what it means. We are not in light. We are not in spiritual light. We can't see the spiritual truth of it all. We are in spiritual darkness. And because that darkness, that lack of recognition is there is always some anxiety, some insecurity, some fear going on, because we can't see the spiritual truth that we are peaceful, loving, blissful beings, like living lights, belonging to that supreme light. And we will go home to the home of light after this game is over. And because we can't see, we're in this spiritual darkness, we can't even enjoy the game. We can't even play the game well. And then all kinds of complications come from there. And so if we are stuck in this limited vision, in this limited perspective, if we are stuck in darkness, we will do funny things. We will lash out, we will stumble, we will cry out, we will be insecure and anxious and even panicky. And within that limited, that darkness, we will make choices and decisions which may hurt ourselves and others. And so the real enemy is not someone else or something else or out there. The real enemy is this spiritual darkness, lack of clarity about truth. And the whole spiritual journey is to come back into clarity, to come back into that spiritual awareness. And meditation is a big, big, big part of that coming back to clarity, opening the third eye of knowledge, of spiritual understanding. So let us have a few moments of this third eye open experience. Let us step as if back in a kind of an observer position, observer mindset, and recognize and acknowledge that there is a world of matter, a world of time and change and action and interaction and bodies and bodily beings and interactions. But there is an invisible dimension. There is a spiritual dimension beyond. Like even right here, right now, there is this body and the mouth moving and words and sound coming out of the mouth. But there is one who is operating this body, making the mouth speak. The ideas are being formulated and expressed, but the ideas are coming from that being, the soul, who is invisible. And so right here, right now, come back to this awareness, this dimension that is not perceived through the senses. And the real self, the soul, this invisible being of consciousness, like a tiny star to as if indicate living light. And soul is very different from the body. Just like a vehicle and a driver are separate. They work together, but they are not the same thing. The real self is the soul, tiny living light, an imperishable being, innately free. And everyone else is also soul. A being that has come from that spiritual home, the soul world. It's playing the game of human life using toys like bodies, vocal cords, objects to play this game. And at the end, the soul withdraws back into the soul world. That being of light, immortal being, is the real self. And being in clarity means that you can see with these eyes everything, but the third eye of understanding, spiritual understanding, is wide open. You perceive the invisible as obvious and real. Just like there may be cars driving around with dark glasses, you can't see, but you know there is a driver behind there. Same way, we see moving bodies talking, but there are spiritual beings, drivers. They are my brothers. We are a family of souls. This is the real light, spiritual light. And then higher feelings of love and peace and solidarity and respect naturally emerge. The enemy of darkness is defeated. So just for a few moments with that concentration, come back to this awareness. Tiny star, living light. When using the word I, this is the one who is the real I, the self, the soul. Thank you, and have a good day.